Welcome to the Turn Academy at Paradise Golf Course. This is Coach Dave. This is for the week ending February 3rd, 2020. This golfer was struggling. We only made one little change, and that was his ability to transfer weight to the front foot. We did that by having him move his right knee towards his left knee on the downswing of the club. What you'll see here is a little too far to the inside takeaway, but not too bad. Now you're going to see the right knee start moving right away. See, that's his key. Now he comes over the top. That's a separate issue. But the first thing we want to learn how to do is get the motion down. Comes through the ball, catches a little bit on the toe. He's going to have kind of a weak cut because of the hitting it on the toe. That's because he's cutting across it. But he got his move down. He was able to finish the swing. Look at that. He was able to finish, and then he lost his balance. That's because he's coming over the top. This is a really good lesson to learn. If you're losing your balance falling forward, it's because your hands are swinging into your body rather than out and away from your body. You'll see that really clearly here, how the club is way outside. And if I blow this up, you can see that he's hitting that way out on the toe, pulling that club way in like this on the way through. See that? And the ball has to go kind of like a ping pong ball off to the right, kind of weak. So we're going to get him to maintain his posture and learn how to redirect that club down to the inside, which means there has to be a relaxation to let the head of the club drop in behind the hands. What we'll notice here is that this golfer tends to be leaning towards the target rather than tilting away from the target. The upper body needs to tilt away from the target line so that her lead shoulder should be on the red line, and the lead hip should be on the red line instead of the other way around. She looks like she's tilting forward. The other thing she's been working on really hard is to create a triangle for the arms, shoulders, like this. You can see a little bit, the triangle, like that. We want that triangle to stay put through an entire swing. So we're going to get her to tilt backwards a little bit more, and then we're going to watch as she comes in. She's building a triangle pretty good there. Then right here, it starts to break down. See the lead elbow pulling away. Now, instead of a triangle, we have what looks more like a home plate. What is that? Would be called a pentagram or something. And she breaks down. She doesn't get any extension down the line. If we go back here to the opposite point, look how wide she is there. And then she pulls in narrow there. That's a big loss of power. She's pulling the club in and away from the strike. She has a good rotation. If we can get her to extend both those arms down the line right here so that that triangle, let's back it up just a little bit. So the triangle was long. You see how much longer her arms would be. So we're going to work on that and a little bit in the setup. Other than that, she did really good today. This golfer came to me and told me that his issue was he's not able to rotate onto his lead side, and he always feels jammed up when he swings. What was very quick looking at his swing, that the rotation is fine, but what's happening is he's letting that left elbow fly out, which is making it impossible to release the golf club. If we draw a line right up the golf shaft and out the exit of the golf shaft, that's where the club needs to be on the follow-through too. But you'll see here, he's taking the club way to the outside, way above the swing plane. But he has a little rotation. Look how much his shoulders turn. And one of the things we like here is that the lead arm is parallel to the swing plane. Then he's going to start back down again. And what you're going to see is that left elbow is going to come right out behind him, right about here. Watch this. Watch it come flying out. Here it comes. There it comes. Really up high, and there's no way he can release the golf club. In order to release the golf club, he's got to be able to have that left elbow down so the golf club can turn over. No way can he release the golf club from that position right there. He's going to be very awkward and very uncomfortable. We're going to get him to drop his elbow down, even finish with it close to his side, especially with a short iron like he's playing right now. He actually hit a pretty good shot, had more transfer of weight than he thought he had. Good rotation to the hips. We're just going to work on getting that left elbow down. If you remember, I think it was last week the DB had a tendency to swing the club too flat, which was causing some problems, pushing the ball out to the right a lot and not making good contact and popping it up. So let's see what she does here. I like the setup. Looks very athletic, very steady, bringing the club up. Pretty good posture right there. Notice the lead arm is almost parallel with the swing plane. The left shoulder could be a little lower, but it's not bad. Then she's going to come back down, Nice on the swing plane. Look at that right there, back from the inside, through to the impact, getting into a good posture there, extending the arms down the line, still flying that elbow a little bit, but she's worked really hard on getting that elbow to bend down. You can see that it's bent down. Now the club can release. She wasn't able to release it from before. She's worked really hard, and that's a good swing. And I think she's going to have a long, fun time playing golf. Okay, Al's aiming to a target about out here. See that flag? You can almost see it. It's this flag right there. That's where he's going. Get down to the size. You see he's aiming just a little after that, but not bad. Let's see how he takes the club back. Right on the swing plane, pretty good. I'd like to see the left shoulder get a little lower. He and I have talked about that frequently. But he's got himself in a good position right there. The problem is he's not letting the club head drop behind him. The weight of this club right now should be making it fall behind him a little bit like that. But what he does is he pulls and tries to throw it out away. That means he's going to straighten his left knee too soon, pull up and out of the shot a little bit. He's still going to hit it right on the target line, though. See how it's leaving the club face? Right directly at that target that he was aiming at. That just goes to show you that if you have good control with the head of the club and you get your hands squared at impact, you're going to do really well. Really nice job. As is so often the case, a golfer who's got some good skills, some decent mechanics, all of a sudden the swing seems to go away. The two most common causes of that are tempo and tension, oftentimes mixed together. And when we're not playing well, we try harder. Trying harder generally gets us to be quicker and adds a little tension. So what we did is we asked her to slow way down, get some rhythm going. She was saying she couldn't hit this thing off the ground at all. It's designed of this club, her club in particular, it's got a lot of bounce to it. So it's okay for her to hit the ground a little bit first. As a matter of fact, the club itself is designed to allow you to do that. So let's watch the takeaway. She's very athletic. Nice takeaway. Look how the club head and the hands are almost blocking my view. She's right up the swing plane. Hasn't moved very much at all. Little lift right there, which is not uncommon. She's in a great position right there. The club is going straight down the target line. The triangle you can see is still in place. Now she's going to uncoil. She's going to move her right knee to her left knee. See that? Moving in. Comes in. She's coming in pretty steep, so she's going to hit a little dirt. But the dirt seems to be coming after the golf ball, doesn't it? You can see watch. Boom, there goes the ball. Now comes the dirt. Ball then ground. A little tension there, but the flight of the ball was incredible. She was very happy with that, and she should be. She did a lot of work in a couple hours and really straightened out her swing. Slow down, release the tension. I oftentimes have golfers tell me they really struggle on the rotation, extending the arms down the line and transferring their weight. And more difficult of all is getting the right knee to the left knee so they finish correctly. Well, let's just watch this in slow motion. This is one of the fellows that says he has an issue with that. He played a lot of baseball. And I think a baseball swing is a good swing. Tennis swing is a good swing. Racquetball swing is a good swing. Ping pong ball is a good swing. If you can move correctly with anything in your hand that you need, you can play. So watch this, 8th speed. Weight starts shifting. Look at the extension down the line. Good leg, big release, great finish. Obviously, he has the physical ability to do that. He just struggles doing it when he's ball locked. I think what happens is, for most of us, is that we go from focusing on executing a swing to trying to hit a ball. Those aren't the same thing. Believe me, they're not the same. So whenever you're over the golf ball, focus on the swing, not on the ball. This golfer is attempting to swing in a single plane swing, but he has a tendency to get his hands too low. You can see that his hands are more in a two-plane swing than they are in a one-plane swing. If his hands were up to the white line, he'd be established himself into a one-plane setup, which would be much easier for him to swing. So what he does here is he takes the club way to the outside on the way back and ends up on the single-plane line and back down the single-plane line. But when he does that, he's taking the club so far outside, He's actually going in over under swing. Now, he hit the ball pretty good there, but there's a loss of power because he's not coming at it from under the swing plane. So we're going to work a little bit on his setup. We gave him a few aids to use this week. We'll see how he does, and we'll take a look at his swing next time.